You are listening to an original message from the reader currently known as Jason Ashanti McDaniel of Madam Jason's Tarot. Dear spirit guides of the highest benevolence, only those that are able to help out with the message, please help out. And then when you are done, you're not earthbound, you can go back to doing whatever source appoints you to do. Please deliver the most clear, concise, synchronistic, and accurate messages for the Cancer Collective. Whatever they need to know about August 2026 or whenever they come across this video, please bless those that bless me, curse those that curse me. To anyone sending me or the collective negative energy, may that energy be returned to sender 3 times fold immediately. Amen, Ashe, and thank you very much. So I just told everybody that watched the 30-minute that I didn't have time to do charm casting, I didn't have time to do emoji oracle, but the 60 minutes have kind of been like an extended for the 30. The themes have been running together, and I already see one of the cards that was in the 30-minute. So I'm gonna link that video at the end of this video. I also see that the relief card wanted to come out. That was in the 30-minute. But right now we have release. So the theme of only doing what you can control and surrendering the rest to the universe has been something that has been coming out for you recently. We have spiritual cleansing, which was in the 30-minute. We have courage and safe travel. The theme of you being in a long distance relationship and a most likely masculine trying to find the words to say and the actions to do to come towards you and apologize or try to have a conversation with you was in the 30-minute. And also the energy of the moon, which is Cancer's ruler, came out in the 30-minute. This one says full moon. So with spiritual cleansing and full moon, that just lets me know that nervous system regulation, grounding, cleansing crystals, smudging, lighting gray and black candles, self-care, letting go of things that don't serve you is very important for the Cancer Collective. And Cancers naturally are empathetic, and we have a tendency to soak up everybody else's problems like a sponge. Not like we don't care about people or we shouldn't care about people, but sometimes as empaths do so much, we put other people before us. So I think boundaries is very important for this reading. Knowing your limitations. With courage here, I also talked about how Cancers are a lot stronger and a lot more resilient than a lot of people realize. And also you could be having third eye and throat chakra blockages, but this reading more than likely is going to give you advice on how you could clear those things up. Some of you might need to get Reiki healings too, and because this is the 60-minute, I will have time to charm cast, so we're going to see if any synchronicities come out with the charms later. But as per usual, we're going to try to get about 7 or 8 cards from physical features. There are other ways that you can tell this is your reading, so if this doesn't describe you or someone that you know, don't fret, because there are other ways that you can tell that this is your reading. The whole entire stack that was showing in the 30-minute just came out. So this is, again, for some of the same people that are going to watch that. This whole entire stack showed. It might not have been shown together, but all 4 of these cards were in the past one. Someone with a peachy skin tone could be significant. It's not just Caucasian people. Sometimes people who are biracial could be very, very light-skinned. So that's kind of what I get with that card. Or some people are just Creole, or it's not always black and white. Some people, you could be mixed with anything and just be very, very light skinned. But we have Latin and beard. I feel like someone could be Colombian or Puerto Rican, some sort of Latin that has a lot of African influence in DNA, but they're very white passing or very Spaniard passing sometimes. We have curvy plus. We have long hair. Even someone who has long hair and wears it in braids could be significant. But it could also just be anyone, any gender that has long hair. It could be like a man, a Hispanic man or a white man with really long hair and he wears it in a ponytail. It could be someone who has really long locks. We have glasses, and someone with a septum piercing could also be significant. This is also kind of like my Page of Swords physical feature card of a person who's very opinionated and very witty, sarcastic, because she definitely looks like she will check you very quick on feminism or something like that. So someone who's like that could be significant. And recently when I've been seeing that card, what I'm getting is the energy of more than likely a twin flame or a soul tie, where the feminine has been betrayed by the masculine, and the masculine is afraid to talk to her because he kind of feels like it's going to be Queen of Swords upright or reverse energy, like she's going to give him an earful type thing. That's why a lot of these masculines that come out in these readings avoid reuniting with divine feminine, which means that they're probably going to have to do shadow work and regulate their nervous system as well. But we have straight teeth. This is also my fake smile card. We have gray eyes, which is basically my eyelashes, eyebrows on fleek card, because I don't know anybody who has gray eyes. We have dimples, which is also my player card. And we have afro. So if you're new here, I like to scry in Scrabble tiles. There are many different ways that you can scry. You can scry in smoke, fire, water, wine, crystal balls. People usually use like clear quartz or something black like obsidian, or they use a scrying mirror. Some tarot readers like to use things like Scrabble tiles or letter beads. So with the Scrabble tiles, you could see first names, last names, nicknames, what you recently ate or what you plan on eating today, your occupation, or literally the company that you work for, any quirky little word or clue, inside jokes that you have with the universe that'll let you know that this is your reading. Another thing that comes out a lot in the tiles is certain like sometimes full names of songs, or certain musicians like Doja Cat. Lil Uzi Vert literally came out in the tiles one day. Just anything that will kind of resonate with you, because it's definitely an indicator that this reading is for you. Let me see if I can find a U, because we have almost all the letters to, yeah, I have a U here. We have all the letters to spell juicy. So what I just pictured is someone who wears a lot of juicy couture. So that can mean that you shop a lot at places like Burlington, TJ Maxx, Ross, that carry those brands in bulk, because they're kind of a little bit out of style. You know how places like that, they have brands like Nautica, Steve Madden, which are kind of like immediately popular. But also with juicy, because we're talking about music, you could really like Doja Cat. You could really like Biggie. Maybe that's a song that you've heard recently. You're going to hear the song in the store, or you've just been listening to it. Okay, we don't have any E's, so I'm going to replace one of these H's with an E. But someone's name could be Jaden. Their nickname could be JJ. We have Eva or Eva. We have Janie. We have, someone's name could be Ray or Roy. DGK, Dirty Ghetto Kids. I feel like someone who could ride a skateboard could be significant. Someone's name could be Nova. I also see GTA and gamer in here, so someone who's a gamer could be significant. Someone's name could be Hafiza, Kevin. Someone could be from the UK. Someone's last name could be Cade. But I also see maid, like housekeeper energy for your occupation. Avery. Ron. Someone can be from Arizona. I also see Utah. Something about koi fish could be significant too. I actually think I should have grabbed an S because I don't really see too much in here. But sometimes you guys see more than I see, or I'll see it when I edit. Or sometimes I just have to move the tiles around a little bit. Someone's name can be Faith, but the archangel, who's probably one of the only female archangels, Faith, could be significant. So this could be a time that's very trying on your faith and trusting the universe. Trust was at the bottom of sacred symbols and oracles in your 30-minute that I just did. I'm also seeing that this love situation might resonate with someone who's in a male-male relationship, because I do see gay in the tiles. Someone's name could be Ryan. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. The Eight of Pentacles is hard work ethic energy. You could be working on a project right now. You could be renovating your home. Cancers rule 4th house in astrology, which means that we're not always home bodies, but we care about family, and we're very, a lot of Cancers are very big on cleanliness and also making their place feel like home. I'm also hearing someone can have an office job and they're kind of like redoing their office right now, their cubicle. That's one way that you can tell that this is your reading. But you're a hard worker. This person looks like they're kind of budding out noise. So you could be a person who's, not all of you are introverted or ambivert, but you're very self-focused, at least when you go to work. You could be the type of person where your coworkers are just dying to get to know you more, because you don't really talk too much about your personal life, but at the same time I feel like people admire that about you. You could work in construction as well, and I just heard something about someone always having earphones on. So I don't know if it's because you work in construction or a warehouse, or if you just really love music and you just always have headphones on, but I'm picturing like the big kind, like Beats or Bose or something like that, the ones that you have to put on top of your head. You also probably take yourself out on dates a lot, or you're the type of person that likes to ride the bus or walk, but people always see you with those damn headphones on. We have 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Empress upright, which came out upright in your 30-minute today. We have the King of Pentacles. No surprise, this type of energy always comes out for Cancer when it comes to soul ties. And then we also have 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So I wasn't sure whether or not I should take 10 of Pentacles upright or reverse, because it came out kind of funny, but I decided to take it out in the reverse because I feel like the thing is, you're probably destined for a lot of money. You're probably destined to be in a relationship with someone, but I feel like more than likely they're the person who's blocking it right now. I also feel like living with family or struggling to have boundaries with family is a big synchronicity for a lot of you guys. But we have Taurus, Libra, Virgo out here right now. You could also have a lot of earth in your chart, but with 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, this could represent unfairness, people who are stingy and they're not generous, not getting paid the wages that you work. So some of you might have issues with your job. I won't say that it's gotten to the point where it should be escalated legally, but I think you're noticing even when you're tracking your pay periods, because sometimes you don't get money for that week until like the next pay period, I think someone's been gypping you of your hours, possibly, if you feel that way, or there's just something foundationally unfair about your job and how you get paid. Like, maybe you feel like people who aren't as qualified or hard workers are getting paid more than you. This could be a job where they tricked you when you found it on a job board or when you heard about it. And then when you started working there, it was like a hours based on performance thing. But usually jobs like that, they like to judge people and play games on favoritism and who gets to get more hours than other people, but they probably didn't train you to know what the hell you're supposed to do anyway. But we have the Empress here, which represents being unbothered. I'm hearing the word unbothered. I just saw 1717 on the timer. I don't know what that one represents, but that could be a number that you're seeing a lot. Being unbothered, law of attraction, just being still regardless of the circumstances around you, and also sitting pretty, like in a relationship aspect, not chasing anyone, especially if you're feminine and they're masculine. What do you look like? And also not stressing, because you ultimately realize that, you know, rejection is protection and redirection. So if a job is not being fair to you, as long as you have a backup plan or something lined up, bounce on the job. If someone's not treating you right in a romantic aspect, I mean, you could still like them. You could tell them to get lost, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to chase them. King of Pentacles is a very, like, I've been associating King of Pentacles with like mischievous energy just because of my experiences. So this King of Pentacles, they like to come out a lot in love readings for Cancer. Sometimes they come out upright, sometimes they come out reversed. You really don't know how this guy is going to feel, for those of you who have been like seeing King of Pentacles all the time in your readings, even on different channels. So we're definitely going to clarify this guy. But it seems like the King of Pentacles, you might have a history of things not being fair with them, but I feel like they want to do something with you, because the thing is, the King of Pentacles has the resources. They have the money. They have the clout. The Empress is the one that can make that grow. So I definitely feel like this is talking about a power couple dynamic. And, you know, with 10 of Pentacles reversed here, I'm not saying that everybody that watches love readings is going to marry the person that comes out in the reading, because free will is a thing. But, and I also, one of my tags in my videos is proactive astrology. So I believe in fate, but I also believe in free will. And I won't say that everybody's life is planned out from the T, but I do believe in astrology being a blueprint, and people can choose to do whatever the hell they want to do with their life. But I do believe that there are a lot of people that are like assigned to a person, whether you want to look at it as soul ties or kingdom spouse or whatever. I feel like the time is also getting near for a lot of people to be in relationships that have been single for a long time. I'm not saying all of us is going to happen at the same time, because we're all doing different timelines, but I would like to be optimistic and feel like a lot of people are going to have people that help them, because it is kind of hard doing stuff by yourself nowadays. But what is the Six of Pentacles reverse about? Two of Swords reverse. This came out again in the 30 minutes, so I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more. But Two of Swords reverse to me is like someone being indecisive or something being blocked for you. In a romantic aspect, you could be blocked. Someone could block you, or maybe they're just pretending like they don't see you, but they could still be spying on you. This is so annoying, but you could have a manager or multiple managers where you're trying to like speak up for yourself, but you're trying to be like not a Karen about it. The name Karen is in the tiles. But I feel like you keep on bringing something to a manager's attention, like, and it's frustrating too, because there are people who have manager positions and they're not even like vigilant about things. You probably go to your manager telling them about stuff that they should already have down pat. Like, Why do you go to your job every shift and things aren't stocked up? And then people yell at you for not stocking stuff up. Even no matter how much you explain it and it sounds like it should be common sense, I really feel like someone has like an asshole ditzy boss like that. And, or it's something like getting written up for a uniform, but they're not supplying you the uniform. And most jobs, they give you like 1 or 2 shirts to start off with, but it's like someone's complaining about you not having your shirt. It's like, dude, even if it's like, I can't be washing my shirt every day, especially if I only work here part-time. I don't have money to be buying all that washing detergent, stuff like that. I was looking at the Empress, but let's just say that this is clarifying the Two of Swords reverse, and this is a Cancer card too, so it's something about you being dissatisfied or bored. But I like the Four of Cups. I'm learning to like the Four of Cups because I mostly see it as someone kind of minding their own business, just being completely over life, and then boom, Ace of Cups right here comes. There's like a blessing that comes out of nowhere. And also, even though typically in the Four of Cups someone looks like frustrated or angry, I also like to see this as a be still card, like the Empress here, because I feel like this is the energy of you just trusting that the universe is going to give you something and then you end up getting it. So maybe I will put this underneath the Empress. But let me see, what else can we get about Two of Swords in the reverse? What is Two of Swords in the reverse talking about? Yeah, I feel like you feel ignored. You feel ignored in a romantic situation. Like, you're probably getting so frustrated. I know someone's watching me. I know they want to reach out to me. Why aren't they doing it? Why are they triggering this inside of me and making me feel like, kind of like gaslighting you, making you feel like you're not desirable when you're over here knowing that you're a whole Empress? And also, you might have a manager or multiple managers that ignore your requests so much to the point to where you gaslight yourself. Like, was I overreacting, or did I not just tell him about this the other day? I hate when I have managers that are like, oh, why didn't you tell me about this? Or they'll try to make stuff your fault. It's like, dude, I already told you about it, or it's just simply not my responsibility, it's your responsibility. Like, why else did you become a manager? Because of who you know, or because you like bossing people around? I feel like that is definitely someone's situation, because I am like energetically being transferred your anger right now. Like, I'm actually getting pissed off with someone's manager. But let's learn a little bit more about this Empress upright, Four of Cups upright. Five of Cups reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse, Six of Cups reverse, and Temperance is showing here. Five of Cups reverse is usually getting over grief. Page of Pentacles reverse is usually, Page of Pentacles reverse could be laziness or beginner syndrome or scarcity mindset. And Six of Cups reverse is usually negative memories from the past or something toxic from the past. But why is this coming out underneath the Empress though? Because I feel like you're pretty chill right now. You're in good manifestor energy right now. So is this saying that you healed something from the past? Oh yeah, because Page of Pentacles could represent scarcity mindset, and now you're in the Empress. Maybe you've raised your vibration, and that's why you're attracting more with money. And money and love usually come out together in readings, no matter what I'm trying to aim for, because both of those are related to the heart chakra. So this might be talking about a time in your past. We're not going to dwell on this too much because this is past energy. A time in your past when you weren't too confident, you weren't too happy about yourself or how your life was. You were more despondent with the Four of Cups here. You could have been dealing with a person who was selfish too. That's one shadow side of King of Pentacles is, yeah, they're stable, but sometimes they could be materialistic, or they could be kind of shallow or surface level. So let's get some information on this King of Pentacles here, who this person is in relation to you. For some of you, the King of Pentacles is your manager. Nine of Swords in the reverse. It could be a person that has a lot of responsibilities, but they're trying to alleviate their burdens right now. This could be a person who has insomnia or other sleep-related issues too. But because Nine of Swords is in the reverse, they could be trying to take NyQuil or something like that. Use lavender pillow spray, Dr. Till's soaks before bed, something to help them sleep more. But I think they have sleep issues. With the Knight of Swords reverse, I'm also kind of feeling like for some of you, there's something about this person. They might use substances. I don't think they're addicted, but I think they use like substances that help them to relax. Knight of Swords reverse could talk about hastiness or clumsiness or not being careful. So I also feel like this person could have recently hurt themselves, and this could be confirmation because now we have Nine of Wands in the reverse. Someone hurt themselves or they ended up being in the hospital, and I think they're trying to take it easy now. But how does this relate to the love energy or the job energy that I'm picking up on? Okay, so we have the Hangman upright. The Hangman literally represents sacrificing in order to change your perspective about something. For some of you, this person could have gotten into like a car accident that scared them. It doesn't have to be like a serious, like, rubbernecking, like actually like someone being paralyzed in some way car accident. But I think they went through something recently that kind of scared them. Like maybe a near-death experience that kind of humbled them. And now they're changing their perspective. I see the Emperor here. So this could be your manager got into an accident. They're taking time away and now they're going to be kinder to you. But I also feel like this is your ex too. And because we're seeing King of Pentacles and the Emperor, this is a dude that has a lot of money or has a lot of clout. But what is it specifically that happened to them? I think also just losing you made them wake up. Them seeing the void now. There's a lot of earth sign energy here. Taurus came out in your 30 minutes. So let's just say for some of you, this person is a Taurus and the Emperor can represent Aries or Taurus. King of Pentacles is Virgo, but it could also represent Taurus or Capricorn. Let's say that they're a Taurus. Taurus rules second house in astrology, which is finances, value, possessions. They're also ruled by Venus, which is what the Empress represents. So it could be that after you decided to know your worth and you, with law of attraction, spent some time away from this person, they could also be feeling out in the cold, but they're feeling the void, and now all of a sudden they know your value. So what is it specifically that happened to this person? They could have even had like some nightmare that scared them, because I'm seeing Nine of Swords here in the reverse. Yeah, death in the reverse. It was something that had to do with a near-death experience. Maybe they had like a very morbid nightmare. For some of you, it was like an accident on the job. And if this is talking about your ex, it's not, they don't have the same job as you for most of you, but it's them getting into an accident and their job, a car accident, like having something fall on them or stepping on something. If they work in the food industry, something about them accidentally cutting themselves and needing to get stitches because the knife was so sharp and it went so deep. But it definitely woke them up. And the death card, 9 times out of 10, does not represent death, but I do feel like it was a near-death experience. So I would just want to be nosy. I need a little bit more on that to get specifics. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So another shadowy aspect of the King of Pentacles or the Emperor is that they can be workaholics. And being that this is showing Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like this person, they stress about their stability, and they might have more stability than you right now, but it's to the point where it's like they idolize it, or that's what their treasure is. That's the most important thing to them. And usually when people are in situations like that, they can do things like be a truck driver or Uber driver or Lyft driver that work so much, but then you don't get enough sleep, so you're falling asleep on the road at night. That's what I'm picturing with the Nine of Swords, because it is a nighttime card. Or it could be something like working at Amazon, just working about protect your production and your numbers, but you're not paying attention. You're not wearing your safety shoes. You're not paying attention to the big ass heavy boxes falling on your feet and stuff like that. So I feel like someone, they got into a work-related accident because they were doing too many things at once. This all comes full circle to what I was talking about in the beginning of the video about how this person does not need to be doing things by themselves. More than likely, if they would just stop blocking their destiny with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, if they would humble themselves and they would wake up with the Hangman, they would see that they're supposed to be doing stuff with you. Because this is a Cancer reading, more than likely you're very nurturing and you're very caring towards this person. So let's say if you were their business partner or their spouse or their special person, you would be like constantly like, make sure you bring this to work, make sure you do this today, honey, like constantly making sure that they are safe. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. The Emperor. You could be dealing with a person who's affluent, but they're doing things all by themselves. This is a person that, for the most part, their literal biological family may not be shit. Like their literal biological family may not have the same mindset as them. That's how you can tell that this person is called and chosen, because they're different. They're like a generational curse breaker. I'm gonna use golden mantras for you guys for sure in this video, and I'm just gonna put it next to me so I won't forget. They could be like a generational curse breaker with their family, but there's kind of like something about them not knowing if they want to settle down or not. It's like deep down inside, I feel like they do want it, but they've been fighting it. Maybe this is a person that feels like once they get attached to someone, they'll lose their individuality. So being that the Emperor is coming right underneath Ten of Pentacles reverse, that also lets me know that this person probably has a lot of family wounds. You know, they probably didn't grow up from a stable household, so that's probably why their root chakra is like a very important like chakra or concept for them to work on. Also with the root chakra, this person can really like the color red because he's wearing red. And they say that usually when you have chakra blockages, if you ignore it for a certain amount of time, it will come out and manifest in a physical way. So let's say this person, they have scarcity mindset with the Page of Pentacles reverse, even though they're an Emperor or a King of Pentacles. They're a workaholic, and so their nervous system is like, I constantly need to be making money, because if I don't have money, especially as a masculine, I don't have value, or I can't take care of myself, or I can't pay my car note, or I can't pay my rent or anything like that. But they do it to the point to where they literally do not have time for anything else, not sleep. This person, they probably have enough money to constantly order stuff or buy stuff, but I don't even know if this person actually has time to find love on dating sites, to go out shopping all the time. This could be a person where all they do is work, basically. And now they're realizing that there are different types of wealth, and there's just some things that money is not as important as. But let's clarify the Emperor a little bit more. This person could also be significantly older than you too, just because the Emperor usually has a white beard. So I'm getting something about them kind of being older than you, or they might be like middle age. They could be actually having like a midlife crisis. Strength in the reverse. They got to let go of their ego too. And that's going to be hard for them, because for some of you, a lot of them are business owners, but back to them hurting themselves and also learning the karmic lesson that they can't do everything by themselves. They're just taking a very long time to make a decision, because they're at an ultimatum with safe travel here. Also, I forgot about that. Safe travel could also be a synchronicity that someone drives for work. But I want to use Astro Alignment, because I want to know what you have in your chart, but I'm also curious to see what this person has in their chart and why you were attracted to them in the first place. There might be some things that come out like Quinkhugs or Chiron or something like that that can talk about why your manager is an asshole too. Okay, we have 7th house, partnerships, balance, one-on-one relationships. Told you. We have medium Kaale, which came out in the 30-minute, midheaven, direction, reputation. So in the 30-minute, it was basically talking about you. You have your own business as well, probably, that you're growing with the Empress. But definitely you're dealing with a King of Pentacles Emperor person who probably has even more followers than you. And that's probably like the business savvy ways are probably something that you're picking up from this person. And they're probably picking up like the divine feminine aspects of nurturing things and self-care and being intact with their emotions from you. We have conjunction, integration, synergy, unity. Some of you could be dealing with another Cancer. But that could also just be talking about you two trying to integrate your shadows, but also have some unity with each other. We have Neptune ruled by Pisces, mysticism, spirituality, escapism. Yeah, with spirituality, mysticism, escapism, that's a synchronicity with what I said about how some of these people, they take substances and I feel like they had a bad trip or they had a nightmare. But also with mysticism, you know, Hangman, Pisces energy, nighttime, seeing downloads in their dreams, or just, you could be like a high priestess. That didn't come out in the cards, but being that this is a Cancer reading and I'm picking up on divine feminine energy, you could have a high priestess energy where you're just very intuitive, very whimsical, and you're dealing with a masculine that is attracted to that. I also feel like whatever is in their Neptune placement is significant. We have Virgo, analytical, functional, efficient here. We have Gemini, multifaceted, balanced, curious. Both you and this person can have Virgo or Gemini in your chart. And again, here we go, Taurus. This came out in the 30-minute, tactile, grounded, stable. There's no escaping Taurus in the Cancer readings. And this came out in the 30-minute as well too. Moon, void of course, disconnect, withdrawal, reception. That's talking about your relationship with this person. I want to do hidden money blocks. I think you're good. Let's do hidden money blocks for this person to see why they feel like money is the most important thing, or how them working too much is actually blocking their abundance, because there are other ways besides money that people could be abundant. I just got to make sure that all these cards are facing the right way. Imaginary blocks here at the bottom of the deck. The fears of being blocked or having many obstacles to face are imaginary. There's something about this masculine, they have major root chakra issues. Like, they have a lot of anxiety. They could be kind of pessimistic, but also there's something about their upbringing where they were told, and I see a lot of black oracle cards or a lot of BIPOC oracle cards. So they could have been told things like, you have to work twice as hard to get half as far as whoop, 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 white people or whatever, or as far as other people. They could have a family business for some of you, and they're struggling to fall into the shoes of learning karmic ancestral lessons, I'm getting, for some people. But there's something about the way how they were programmed, even looking at this little burst of light that's kind of like near their crown. There's something about how they've been deeply programmed to prioritize money and also feel like if you don't have money, you can't have anything else, or that money is more important than love or something like that. So they can even come from, I feel like for some of them, they have bummy family members, and for other people, they could have family members, they could come from like an affluent family, but it's a lot for them to, you know, a lot of expectations for them to fulfill by themselves too. They could come from a family where their parents are divorced too, or separated with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. All or nothing thinking stops you from growing, adapting, and enjoying anything that isn't perfect. I just feel like someone has an all or nothing way of thinking when it comes to love. Circle of friends. Your inner circle is having a negative impact on your life. Make it your mission to surround yourself only with people that bring out the best in you, so they influence you in the right way. I wonder if this King of Pentacles or this Emperor, or even you, have frenemies or haters. We're going to charm cast, so I want to see if the jar magic or the evil eye charm comes out. Circle of friends could be talking about your family as well. Abusing power, using gifts as a means of manipulation, power, or some selfish personal benefit. We do have Nine of Cups here in the reverse, which could represent selfishness. And as admirable as King of Pentacles and the Emperor are, sometimes they can abuse power. And this could go for your manager as well. So I feel like whatever's happening to them, it's karma, and it's not necessarily karma to punish them, but it's to help them learn a karmic lesson and to change their ways. We also have relying on luck, counting on luck for your success instead of making your own luck. Luck doesn't decide. Trusting in luck to bring you success means that you are not coordinating your efforts in such a way that you can achieve them. Remember, luck favors those that are prepared. Wheel of Fortune didn't come out in this one, but I feel like someone could have a gambling issue. They could have some sort of addiction with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, because Ten of Pentacles reverse could also represent losing it all, so to speak. But I feel like someone, they play around too much. They try to take gambles in love. But when it's time for them to, you know, take a gamble and follow their heart, I think that they're struggling with that right now. So I'm pulling from this deck for both you and this person from your past. And I do see Ih-moh-jee in the tile, so someone who likes Ih-moh-jee could be significant. But back to relying on luck. I feel like someone, in order to be a King of Pentacles or an Emperor, you have to physically do things in the 3D to be successful. But I also feel like someone, they kind of have some manipulative tendencies, and they might be a brujo or a magician or like a masculine, a warlock that does magic to manifest things too. But this person has an entitlement issue, and I think they use that to overcompensate not feeling adequate. But also for some of you, whether it's the ex or your boss, they can come from a family company that's prominent. So it's kind of like, not snootiness, that's not the right word, but it's kind of like the entitlement of, oh, I'm this big in the community, or I am who I am. Don't you know my name? I could do whatever I want to do. But someone's having to be humbled right now. And I also feel like, because I talked about small businesses, I feel like actually someone could be having an internship, volunteer work, or they could work for like a small business. I feel like for some of you, that egotistical boss might be someone, it's not like a matrix job. It's someone who has like a family company. And to be honest, this is kind of messy, but I just heard this too. Because I'm picking up on the energy of gambling, it could be that behind the scenes, nobody really knows the success story of why this company was so successful, but it could be that they got it in a shady way. And you know, like, for example, there was one time last year when I did an interview at Smart and Final, and then I tried to look up the history of Smart and Final, and you know how a lot of companies say shit like, established since 1954, established since 17 whatever. I basically found out that Smart and Final has a fake story, a fake origin story. So it could even be something like that, like there's something fraudulent about this family company for some of you. Someone's name could be Zara. I don't know if the store Zara is still around, but when I used to watch hauls on YouTube, a lot of people from the UK would go to Zara, or a lot of people from Europe, so someone could be watching me from Europe. But we have, my intuition is my greatest guide. It speaks clearly and moves me into action. So I think both you and this person are learning this right now. We have let it go, let it flow. So this is the divine feminine in this aspect with the Empress energy, just learning to be still and attract. Both of you are learning lessons about self-love because we have I am me, I'm accepted, I am appreciated, I am loved. We have the universe is never late and God is always on time. My destiny is revealing itself in divine timing. So there's a synchronicity here about just like trusting the universe, but also knowing deep down inside that first of all, something is for you. And if something is for you, then, you know, there's nothing that can stop you from getting it, no matter what the delays are. So now I'm doing emoji oracle on this person from your past. How are they feeling right now? Because more than likely they're not talking to you right now, or they're not being honest. The fake smile oracle card, this could be a person that on the outside they may look like they're well dressed, they may look like they're okay and they're healthy, but they're probably going through a lot on the inside. We have smirk, sly, smug, mischievous, suggestive, flirty. Didn't I tell you that I pretty much learned to associate King of Pentacles with mischievousness? And the player physical feature card did come out. We have disappointed, grief, stress, regret, remorse. Yeah, I think they had some sort of wake-up call with the Hangman upright and the Death card in the reverse. And even though Five of Cups is in the reverse, I feel like you have gotten over your grieving process. I feel like this is a mirrored connection, and now this person is kind of going through their own dark night of the soul. But this is definitely about a soul connection here with the infinity emoji. Twin flame connections particularly, and I do feel like this is twin flame just because of the difficulty level and the intensity. They usually tend to be very telepathic, and twin flames usually really like music. So messages and music, I think of you when I hear that song. And in the beginning of the video with the tiles, I did say that sometimes songs or musicians come out in the tiles. And also if this person drives for work, like specifically if they're a truck driver, I feel like they're constantly listening to music to pass the time, or when they have anxiety, they could listen to music to help them relax more. We have relieved, it could have been worse, sad but relieved. Yeah, I think they went through some sort of health scare that could have been worse. And they're relieved, but they're also like paranoid because it's like, especially if this person has a midlife crisis that they're going through, they want to make sure that they're more careful and also that they're more humble so they won't attract more karma or more lessons or get into more accidents. For some of you, because they could be 40 or older, I'm also hearing that this person is discovering that their body isn't working the way how it used to. Mostly I'm hearing that their bones crack a lot, or something about their posture is not really that good right now. We have weary, distraught, ready to give up. Because this person is a workaholic, they do too much by themselves. We have wants to talk, has something to say. So they do want to talk to you. They just need to make up their mind when they want to do it. We have raised eyebrows, suspicion, skeptical, concern, disbelief, disapproval. This could be someone's manager not believing in what they say. We have relieved, calm, peace, relief. So I think it's all about them just learning to regulate their nervous system, and once they feel like they have the courage with the lightning bolt here, and also someone could be a child of Shango with the lightning bolt and the emperor, and because Ifa is in the tiles, they just have to find the courage to just get out there and also figure out what to say to you. And humble themselves. Okay, first of all, I want to point out the dice, which has been coming out a lot for a lot of people. Today, it rolled with the number 5 on top. So this person could be 5 years older than you. It could be 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years since you've last talked to this person. But the number 5 could be significant. 5s also represent change. I said how I was picking up on jealousy. We do have the jar magic charm, and we also have, I just saw it, but I don't know what happened to it. I think I just saw the lips charm. But anyway, we have the jar magic charm here. So someone is hating on what you're trying to manifest. Oh, here it is. Someone is talking shit about you. Someone is hating on what you're trying to manifest. And someone might be doing spell work on you as well. But the lips also represent seduction. And I was going to show you this, but I guess it is significant now. This person is also picking up on your sexual energy. You might be feeling their sexual energy with this here at the bottom of the deck. We have the sucker, which usually represents someone being head over heels for you. But this also could represent scamming. So I think there is a manager that's trying to gaslight you. The spicy or extra spicy charm is also about sexual energy. And also someone having a temper or attitude problems. We have the Go Team charm, which is my Thank Your Spirit Team charm. We have Pisces, and it says intuitive on the back. We have Aries, and it says courageous on the back. But also what's in your Saturn could be significant. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and it also talks about hard lessons to learn when it comes to money and love and reputation, career. Let me just put everything in the same area. So we have the camera here. So usually when this comes out, it means someone could be looking at old photos of you. They could be stalking you online, particularly Instagram. This is my Instagram charm. Someone who's a photographer or a filmmaker could be significant. But also, okay, something about people watching you on the work cameras. Someone might be trying to say that, like, you lollygag, or during time when there's no customers, like you just talk with your coworkers and you're not working. That's what they're saying about you, but I don't know if it's true because someone's definitely talking about you. We have the snake here, which is my Kundalini rising charm, and usually Kundalini rising also has to do with charged up sexual energy, but that could go with what I was saying about the root chakra because it starts at the base where the root is. Because this is a Cancer horoscope, someone could be having a birthday soon, or maybe you've already had your birthday, so that's one way that you can tell. Some of you could be hearing from this person on your birthday. Or maybe this person, if you haven't talked to them in a while, they still remember what your birthday is. So they're going to be thinking about you, and you could pick up on that telepathic energy then. We have the peace sign. So I feel like both you and this person from your past are trying to focus on having peace right now, but you're also manifesting generational abundance. Someone comes from a family business, or they can even come from a famous family for some people. We have the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have the alien charm, which is usually my starseed charm. Or you and this person, like, you could have differences, and this person is so stuck on you being different than them, but I think you have a lot of things in common too. We do have the rose here, so I feel like someone has romantic feelings for you, sexual feelings for you. King of Cups came out in the 30-minute today, so it's probably that same person. We have the World card here, so I do feel like this is a long-distance relationship, or someone travels for work. We have so many places to go. Again, someone traveling for work, but also trying to make up their mind about what they want in life, whether or not they want to settle down or not, because 7th house is here. And we also have the Mirror charm. The Empress came out, so I feel like you're very attractive, and this person from your past is very attracted to you. But the Mirror charm can also talk about positive and negative glamour magic. So I do feel like there are people at your job who are talking about you because they want other people to see you a certain way, like you're irresponsible or you're not qualified. I'm not even going to hold you. I definitely feel like someone's trying to cut your hours or get you fired, but I feel like this person is going to get karma, so I wouldn't worry about it. Hopefully you like this video. If you like the way how I do tarot, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms. You can watch a lot of my videos for Taurus, probably resonate with you. You could also watch my Cancer playlist, and I'll have different videos and playlists linked here at the end of the video. But I will see you guys in the next one.